My most recent painting I call The Corrections, Prisons and Mental Hospitals. I use the word corrections with irony because I doubt many were corrected at these institutions. A friend's son came back from a weekend in Philadelphia where he had toured the Eastern State Penitentiary. He immediately told his mother to tell me I should visit. Each cell has a skylight with natural light coming through, thus wonderful images for me. It was indeed intriguing, and learning the history of the prison made it even more so. The idea of natural light in each cell was a belief of a Quaker minister who thought that a wrongdoer put into a cell alone with natural light coming in would be able to reflect and repent. The prison, called the first reformed prison in the world, was built in the early 1800s. The one thing the minister did not realize was that a person in solitary would go mad. Thus, the prison had to accommodate group activities. This is the chaplain's office. This is the auditorium. It was not open to the public, but I was allowed in to take some photos. It was also used as a church on Sunday. A few years before I started the series, I had visited Alcatraz. Unlike Eastern State Penitentiary, there was no natural light in the cells, thus no paintings for me. But I did do a painting of the dining room and of a hall. Crownsville is outside of Annapolis. The buildings are on a large tract of land, were opened in 1913 and called the Hospital for the Negro Insane of Maryland. One can read of its history in Wikipedia. All I can say is it was horrific. Names of hospitals for the mentally ill were often extremely offensive, such as the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Built in the 1850s in Weston, West Virginia, it was not uncommon for a husband or a family to have a spouse or relative committed for affliction as vague as cerebral softening, female disease, or novel reading, political excitement, religious enthusiasm, and seduction also were symptoms that could merit a few years or a lifetime of confinement. St. Elizabeth's, Washington, D.C. Half of the campus is now the Homeland Security. The other half continues to be St. Elizabeth's, and a new hospital is up and running. I was allowed into the old buildings to look for images.